Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Hobby Corner. We made it. Thank you so much for holding on, everyone. I'm so glad that you're all here. I'm sorry that tonight is run a bit late from usual. It was our eldest kid's 4th birthday. So we were seeing family on the weekend, and today we wanted to treat him, so we took him to the zoo. And of course we were up in London when we were visiting family, so we went to the zoo, and then we went to Leicester Square and M&M World and Lego shop and all that, just to give him a good treat. And then it just ran behind a little bit, so I did my utmost best to get back as quickly as I could. And as you all know, I live in High Wycombe, so going from central London to West London to drop the wife and kids off with the family, and then zipping all the way from there to here was a bit of a pain, and then getting all set up and everything is an absolute nightmare. But we are here at last, and finally we're going to play our Flesh Eater courts, which is great. So a couple of caveats to begin with, though, is that some of the rules that I'll be using in this game are not quite introduced fully in the playthroughs I've been doing, because we only got up to issue 20, and I think this is sort of to be played nearer to the end of the 20s, more closer to issue 30s. So the wall scrolls look a lot different as well. I haven't had time to load them up onto the laptop, so you'll have to rely on janky camera work, but we'll get to it very soon. So no Urks this time, Total Nova. They will be coming eventually for their mini war. So yeah, let's just settle in for a moment. So I hope you're all well. I hope you all had a good weekend. I hope you all had a very productive first day back to work. Let me know in the comments what you've been up to, how you're doing, and boom, let's have a look and see who is here. So we got, of course, Foy Captain Bazooka. We also have Total Nova. We have Tabletop Ready Minis. We got David Felipe, and we also have Oliver Griffiths. Whoa, all right, man. Got some total legends in the chat right now. So thank you again so much for joining me. Let's do this. Right, so bum. Don't need that. Okay, so I've got them all penned. Okay, ready to unleash them any moment against the unwhittling Stormcast. All right, so we will go over the wall scrolls very quickly in a minute, but first of all, let's just set the mood, shall we? We'll just set the mood. Okay, and let's get it. Ooh. Yeah, eerie. There we go. That's better. Right, I hope you're all settling in, and let us bring the mood in, shall we? Hang on. All right, ignore the poor camera work and just close your eyes and imagine what's going on. Kingdom of the Cannibals. Zandria Zorbolt and her troops have invaded the realm of the aberrant archregent Gorslak Marrowmore. Enraged, the insane vampire has assembled his court for war. Zandria Zorbolt sniffed the air, noting that it had taken on a distinctly foul smell since they had entered the rubble-strewn cemetery. As the Stormcast Eternals march on, the stench of the rotting flesh quickly became overpowering. Ooh. Ahead, one of the Griffhounds began to yap and cry. Something was out there. She could feel it. She raised a hand, calling the march to a halt. Slowly, carefully, the warriors drew their weapons and waited, eyes focused on the tombs and the gravestones flanking the rough track. Ahead stood the crumbling remains of a tomb, on top of which sat a throne crafted from skulls and bones. Then the foe appeared, emerging from between the gravestones in all their ragged, gore-soaked glory. The stench rolled down towards the Stormcast Eternals, and would have caused lesser beings to retch. Flesh-eaters, weak, pathetic creatures, but deadly in great numbers. Xandria ordered her sequitors into position and levelled her staff at the foe. A pale, gaunt horror leapt forwards, landing on a broken tomb. The creature levelled a clawed finger at the Knight Incantor. Xandria recognised the monstrosity as an aberrant archregent.
You have trespassed upon the kingdom of Maramore. How dare you sully my throne room? Have you anything to say before you die?
The vampire roared. Xandria responded by unleashing a bolt of arcane energy. It missed the vampire, fizzing past the creature's shoulder and smashing into the roof of the mausoleum. Then, with a roar of battle cries, the carnage began. Boom. So there we have it. Oh, let me know. That is the scenario. So, hey there, beautiful Mephos. How you doing, man? Right, so I'm going to have to nick this camera, which is a real pain. Just be quicker. It'd just be quicker, wouldn't it? There we go. Alright, so we'll quickly run over the War Scrolls. Alright, and then if at any point you need me to go back over them, I will do. But I need to get rid of that, of course. So as I said, like, I didn't get time to load up the War Scrolls, so you'll have to just bear with me as I, you know, like a pro, deal with this. So we will start with the Aberrant Archregent. Okay, so as you can see, the War Scroll looks a lot different to what you're used to. There's keywords at the bottom. There's a little bit more text going on. But yeah, let's just roll right through it. So Archregents are Ghoul kings that have ruled for hundreds upon hundreds of years and have grown terrifyingly powerful. They are supremely mighty vampiric warrior kings, and they are accustomed to the instant obedience of all around them. Cool. So it comes in with a 6-inch movement, has a 4+ armor save, has 10 bravery, which is quite high. Actually, it's pretty damn high. And 7 wounds, so it's pretty good. For melee weapons, it's got gory talons and fangs, so 1-inch attack range, has 7 attacks, coming in strong there. 3 pluses to hit and wound, got a -1 rend, and each one does 1 damage. Its abilities, it's got Imperial Blood. So in your hero phase, you can heal up to 3 wounds allocated to this model. So that's pretty cool. It gets to regenerate a bit. And then it also counts as a wizard, so in your magic turn, it can attempt to cast 2 spells in your hero phase, and attempt to unbind 2 spells in the enemy hero phase. So that's pretty dope, right? It knows Arcane Bolt, Mystic Shield, and Ferocious Hunger spells. So the Ferocious Hunger is cast on a 6, and you get to pick one friendly Flesh Eater Quartz unit wholly within 24 inches of the caster. And you roll a d3, and you add the roll to the attack characteristics of melee weapons used by the unit until your next hero phase. That is sickening. Absolutely sickening. So you can potentially add 3 attacks to each and every one of your little ghouls, right? That's nasty. Absolutely nasty. So definitely want to stop that from casting. And then it's got a command ability as well. So summon Imperial Guard. So you can use this command ability at the end of your movement phase. If you do so, pick one friendly model that has this command ability and has not used it before in the battle. That model summons one of the following units in the battlefield. So you get to summon a courtier, a 1 unit of up to 3 knights, which is the we'll get to that in a minute because it's all on the keywords, because, you know, flesh eaters are absolute nutters, so they think they're a little bit something, then they're not. And 1 unit of up to 20 serfs. The summoned unit is added to your army and must be set up wholly within 6 inches of the edge of the battlefield and more than 9 inches from your enemy. So that's pretty cool. So you get a free unit. What's that? It's not used it before in the battle. So I guess you get to use this once in the game. So you could bring back a unit. So just so you know, these chaps count as knights because, you know, they're bigger. And these dudes count as serfs because, you know, they're just peasants essentially. Okay, moving on. We got crit ghouls. So as you can see on the keywords here, it comes along serfs. So that means that that's one of the units that's affected by it. And also Flesh Eater Quartz. That's the keyword you need to be able to have this spell work on you. So there you go. Now you know about keywords. Aren't I amazing? So crit ghouls, right? They are filled with a dark hunger. Crit ghouls pounce upon their prey. They are ferocious in great numbers as each mordant competes with its kin for food. Should a ghoul catch a glimpse of their king, they will fight all the harder, eager to prove their worth. So there you go. Typical peasant. So they got a 6-inch move, 6 up save, 10 bravery, and they only got 1 wound. They got sharpened teeth and filthy claws, which is a 1-inch range attack. They get 2 attacks, 4+ to hit and wound, and 1 damage. You get a Crypt Ghast, which is a unit leader, which gets an extra attack. They also got the ability Boundless Ferocity, where you get to add 1 to the attacks characteristics of this unit's sharpened teeth and filthy claws, while this unit has 20 or more models. So if you get into combat and attack first, and you haven't taken any melee, ranged attack damage, and you go in with a unit of 20, boom, you're on 3 attacks each. And then if you get your what was that spell? Ferocious Hunger, and you happen to roll a 5 or a 6 on D3, then you could potentially be on 6 attacks each on the charge. How sick would that be? And a unit of 20 of them, you do the maths. That's a crazy number of attacks, right? And then, of course, you got Royal Approval, so you can reroll hit rolls of 1 for attacks made by this unit while it is wholly within 18 inches of any friendly aberrants. So keep them close to your king, and they will fight all the harder. Right, now we're moving on to Crypt Flayers. Wee. So these are the big, nasty looking things that we got. Monstrous predators of the sky, Crypt Flayers flock together in a beating of dark wings and hissing maws. Enemies are snatched up by the sudden strikes and torn asunder, while the creature's keen call is enough to break a warrior's spirit. Nice. So they move really fast, 12 inch a move. They got a 5 up save, 4 wounds, and 10 bravery. So they're quite tough. The save lets them down a bit. They got Death Scream, which is a 10 inch missile weapon range sort of weapon. Got 1 attack, and it says see the details below, which we will in a moment. Here it is. It says do not use this attack. Do not use the attack sequence for an attack made with a Death Scream. Instead, roll 2d6. Subtract 2 if the target unit is more than 3 inches from the attacking model. If the result is higher than the target's unit's bravery characteristic, the target suffers a number of mortal wounds equal to the difference between its bravery characteristic and the result. That's really good, except the problem is it's going to be tough to really do any damage like that against the Stormcast, because they're all bravery 9 and 10. So you'd have to roll double 6s essentially and make sure you're within range, like within the 3 inches to really do well. And then of course you got melee weapon, which is the piercing talons, 1 inch range, 4 attacks, 4 plus to hit and 3 to wound, -1 rend and 1 damage. So that's alright. They also have a Cryptifernal, which is the leader of the unit, and it gets an extra attack. This unit has fly, so it can get over any terrain. And then its final ability, Skewering Strike. If the unmodified hit roll for an attack made with piercing talons is 6, that attack inflicts 1 mortal wound on the target in addition to normal damage. So you could potentially do 5 damage. Oh, hang on. No, you could potentially do 8 damage if you rolled 4 6s and then you managed to wound all of them. On each one, by the way. So that's not bad, right? Not bad at all. Woo. Okay, so let me know what you think about the Flesh Eaters. I know they seem a bit like, what? So let's just have a quick nosy in the chat. How you doing? So everyone's having a good night so far. Good day, good eat. Oh, okay. Painted bathroom. Okay, that sounds good. Love the atmospheric light. Yeah, thanks, man. Okay, what are we going? Just catching up in the chat. Sweet. Yeah, it is OP. Just like a Stinkcast. Yeah, but the thing is, you got to remember they are pretty much a melee army, okay, and they're going up against castigators, so they got to really get into combat, otherwise they're going to really take the hits. Immersive Wildcrafter, how you doing, mate? Rah! And Ravensbrook Minis is here as well. How you doing, bud? Yeah, I made it home. just about. Okay, so right, we now look at the forces of the Stormcast. So for those who just joined, I apologize for the shaky camera work here. Like I said, I didn't have time to get the War Scrolls loaded up on screen, so just bear with me. So we got a Knight Cantor rather, in this scenario. We all know about what she's all about. So she's got 5 inch move, she's got 5 wounds, 3+ save, and 9 bravery. She's armed with the Encounter Staff, which is a 2-inch range, 3 attacks, 3+ to hit and to wound, -1 rend, and D3 damage. She's got in her abilities a Void Storm Scroll. So once per battle, you can basically ignore and unbind a spell that your opponent has cast if you feel like you can't dispel it. She's also got Spirit Flask. So once per battle, at the start of the combat phase, you can say that this model will shatter 1, 2, or 3 Spirit Flasks. If you do so, each unit within 3 inches of this model suffers 1 mortal wound for each Spirit Flask that is shattered. Units within 3 inches with 10 or more models suffer D3 mortal wounds for each Spirit Flask that was shattered instead. What? Okay, bringing in some heat there. Allocate the mortal wounds to this model last of all, after allocating them to any other units that are affected. Right, so hang on, so she takes it. Does she take a hit? Wow. So she takes a hit as well. So you kind of gamble on that one. You kind of want to do it when she's got all 5 wounds, or even 4 wounds, because that can really wreck you if you're low. All right, so magic, of course. So for the magic, we have so can attempt to cast 1 spell in hero phase and unbind 1 spell. It has Mystic Shield and Arcane Bolt and Spirit Storm. So Spirit Storm has a casting value of 7. If successfully cast, each enemy unit within 18 inches of the caster suffers 1 mortal wound. In addition, until your next hero phase, subtract 1 from the run and charge rolls of enemy units while they are within 18 inches of the caster. So that's alright. You can slow them down. That 1 inch can make all the difference on charging. So much like in all aspects of life, 1 inch can do a lot. Moving on, we got the Night Quester, and again we have a more filled out war scroll, so let's just have a look through it. By the way, I have nicked these war scrolls from issues 22, 23, 24, something like that. So you would have seen them by now because you're well ahead of me on like reading through the book. So anyways, let's go for it. Right, so 5-inch move, 5 wounds, 3+ save, and 8 bravery. It's Questor Warblade, does 4 attacks, it's 3 pluses to hit and to wound, -1 rend, and 1 damage. And we hop over here with his abilities. Thunder Charge Strike. So if an unmodified wound roll for an attack made with his blade is a 6, the damage is 2 instead of 1. So that's cool. He's got Heroic Challenge, which we haven't seen before. So if this model is within 6 inches of an enemy hero, when it makes a pile-in move, it can pile in an extra 3 inches but must end up within 1 inch of an enemy hero. So you can snipe charge, essentially. That's pretty cool. In addition, you can reroll failed hit rolls for attacks made by this model if it attacks a hero. What? Yeah, now my boy is hitting hard. Okay. And then we got the Sigmarite Shield, so you can reroll failed save rolls for attacks on this model. That is cool. That is cool. Alright, let's move on. Castigators. Here we go. Wop, 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 wop. We know what they are. They've got those fancy shooty stuff. So 5-inch move, 2 wounds, 4 up save, and 7 bravery. They got their weapons. So the Thunderhead Greatbow, 18-inch range, does 3 up hit and wound, -1 rend, 1 damage. And the heavy stock, so they basically slap him with the crossbow. It's 2 attacks, 4 pluses to hit and wound, and 1 damage. The prime of the unit gets an extra to hit roll. Well, add 1 to hit rolls for attacks made with his great bow. So we'll have to roll that separately. So instead of hitting on 3s, he hits on 2s. That's cool. Abilities. Burst of celestial energy. So if you hit a target that's either a demon or Nighthaunt and it's a 6, you do D3 hits instead of 1. But of course these don't count as either demon or Nighthaunt, so we can't use that ability this time. And then etheric channeling. So at the start of the shooting phase, you must say if this unit will increase the accuracy or the power of their Thunderhead Great Bows. If you choose accuracy, reroll hit rolls of 1 for attacks made. Wow, that's cool. And if you choose power, then the Great Bows do -2 rend instead of -1 in the shooting phase. That's alright, actually. That's pretty cool, especially against the ghouls. If you're shooting up the ghouls, right? They got a 6 save. Oh no. No. Boom. Go for the power. -2 rend. That wipes out the 5+ save on the crypt flayers as well. Easy pickings. No armor saves there. Booyah. Alright, so the Stormcast are giving it as hard as they're going to take it. So let's have a look here. We got our Sequitors, right? 5-inch move, 2 wounds, 4+ save, and 7 bravery. You got the Storm Might Maul. It's a 1-inch attack, 2 attacks, 3+ to hit and wound, 1 damage, and the Great Mace is 2 attacks again, 3+ to hit and wound, -1 rend, and 2 damage. The Prime gets an extra attack. The Sequitur Prime can replace the unit's weapon option. Yeah. See, it's just a shame that the unit champion hasn't got the Great Mace, because, you know, the extra attack would be good. Anyways, if I could be bothered to convert it, I would. Great Mace Blast. Again, if you're hitting a demon or Nighthaunt unit and you hit on a 6, you inflict D3 hits instead of 1. Again, that doesn't affect us in this game, but it will in future games. And then we got this Sequitur Etheric Channeling. So at the start of the combat phase, you must say if this unit will channel etheric power into its weapons or its shields. If you choose weapons, you can reroll failed hit rolls. And if you choose shields, you can reroll failed saves. That's alright. Instead of rolling only 1s. And then of course you got the soul shields, where you get to reroll armor save rolls of 1 for anyone that's carrying a shield. There we go. And then finally, oh no, we've done the casket. Oh yeah, no, that's it. That's all the war scrolls. Don't know where I am at the moment. Okay, so mate, this is going to be epic. So you'll have to bear with me, because it's been a very, very long time since I have actually played a full game of Age of Sigmars, and I need to just make sure I get it right, otherwise, you know, I'll be teaching you all the wrong rules, and I don't want to do that. You don't want me to do that. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's move that over there. Let's get these war scrolls out the way. Right, so let me know, who do you think will have it in this game? I honestly can't decide. I think it's going to be pretty darn close. We got our pull-out sheet, which has got the skull thrown on it, and this will be our objective for tonight's game. Boom! Look at that, like butter. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So, our scenario is this. So, the Stormcast's route has been blocked by a force of flesh eaters under the command of the aberrant archregent Gorslak Maramore. The two armies clash amidst a rubble of abandoned graves and the macabre lair of Flesh Eater King and his ghouly followers. The battlefield, you place the charnel throne in the centre of the map like that. The Flesh Eater Courts player then sets up the terrain in any manner they see fit. All terrain pieces must be at least 6 inches from the charnel throne. Sweet. Okay, so we get to add our scenery, but it's got to be 6 inches away from the throne. So let's get these corpse boys out of here. Get my phone out the way. You scooch over there. So I'm thinking we want some good line of sight blocking terrain just to help with the fact that we got a lot of ranged attacks coming at us. So, you know, don't at me if it seems like I'm cheating a bit, but it did say as the Flesh Eater Corpse player, I can set up however I want. Alright, to be honest though, am I rolling up though? Okay, hang on. I made a boo-boo. Flesh Eaters actually deploy out here. So, I'm about to lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Alright, so I just want to scatter it enough that I can, you know, make it look thematic, but at the same time, get a good bit of cover in there, you know? Actually, you know what? Just for lulz, right? Let's have the gate just like near the little bridge that leads over the river of blood. Just for lulz. Okay. All right. That seems assorted enough. What do you think? Oh. Sorry. There you go. Thanks, Dave. Sorry, I thought I'd swapped it over. Anyways, so yeah, I've made sure everything is 6 inches away from the throne. I've given good enough cover from setup, as the flesh eaters are going to start over this side. I will move the mic in a moment, and the Stormcast set up over on this side. So mouse is going to go bye bye. You have to describe it. Oh dear. And then I've put this here for no reason really. That's going to make it harder for me to charge in. But it's going to slow down the Stormcast. Hey, you know what? I'm going to put it like that. No, actually, no. I'm going to stick with that. You know why? You know why I'm putting it like that? Because this is the objective. I'm thinking too much about running at them on the other side of the board and fighting them. I need to think more about this, okay? So all the terrain is 6 inches away or further, okay? There's good line of sight blocking terrain. I'm happy with it. Let's do it. Right. Yeah, thank you so much, Kev. Thank you. Right, so let's just bring this over here. Drop that a bit. Alright, so now setup. One player commands the Stormcast and the other commands the Flesh Eaters. The Stormcast Eternals player sets up their army first. The Stormcast unit player's unit must be set up wholly within the Stormcast Eternals territory, which is 6 inches off this side of the board. And then the Flesh Eaters can set up theirs in their 6 inches. And then first turn goes to the Flesh Eater courts. Cool. Right, so let's just get that set. So I'm going to get rid of this pop shield. So just mind the sound for a moment. I'm not going to need the pop shield for a bit. And there we go. We don't want that noise through. Okay, there we go. You can still hear me. Brilliant, cool. Right, let's get rid of the headset. Don't need it. Bye bye. Let's pull this over this way. Let's make sure that's all lined up there. Let's get these chappies over here. Okay, so looking forward to seeing the Stormcast forming an orderly queue to pass through the gate. Yeah. I know, I'm dirty, but you know, like the gate doesn't go all the way to the edge, so they could pass around this way. Hang on. As you can see, there's a gap here still, so they could pass through there, or they can take 2 inches off their move and climb over. So you know, it's up to them really. There we go. I went too much that way. Right, there we go. Oh, well, happy birthday in 3 days then, mate. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Hope you have a wonderful birthday. Alright, so 6 inches on, like that. Now, I'm going to be sneaky with this, right? Now, these castigators don't really need to climb over. They can stay where they are because they'll get line of sight through the gate, okay? through the fencing. So that's that one. But I am going to need my Night Quester front and center. I'll have my Night Incantor over here, because I don't mind her climbing over, and she'll get plenty of cover fire from them. And there we go. That's them set up. Right, so now... Oh no, hang on. Little Gryph-hound. Got the Gryph-hound there. And then 6 inches on to over here, we get the big boys out. Now, I'm going to have my Crypt Horrors over here, because they can fly, and I want them to go straight for the Night Incantor. I'm gonna have my Aberrant Archregent here, just hiding just out of line of sight, and then I've got a unit of 20 ghouls. They're in a pen as well. Cheers, mate. I thought it would go nicely. So we've got 20 of these stinky bad boy cannibals, and this one is the the main chappy with the big bone in his hand, like ready to bash someone's head in. The old Warhammer Fantasy Battle days where you'd like just load up like whole blocks of them onto a large base and just like just so it was quicker and easier just to take them out the base. And then right, I'm not too worried about them getting shot at. I'm not even worried about like having unit cohesion either. Like as long as they're close together, sort of thing, innit? So there we go. Big block of 20 over there, and I think I'll fan them out as we play. Right, just double check that they're within the 6 inches deployment zone. Just in, okay. Ah, you know what? I really am jealous because I really need some shelving. I ain't got the room for it. You son of a bitch. Right, let's get these tokens out of the way. Right, wound counters, plenty of dice. I think we're almost ready to go. One last thing. Is there we go. What does it say on here? It says we got Maddening Aura. Okay, so the Aberrant Archregent's feeding grounds have become suffused with his madness. So add 1 to the bravery rolls for all Flesh Eater Courts units. Awesome. Glorious victory. The game ends at the end of the 5th battle round. The player who has the most victory points is the winner. And if both players have the same number of victory points, the game is tied. So the victory points are scored as shown. At the end of each battle round, each player adds up the wound characteristics of all enemy models that were slain during the battle round. The player with the higher total scores 2 victory points. If neither has a total, each player scores 1 victory point. At the end of each battle round, the player that controls the objective scores 3 victory points. If neither player controls the objective, each player scores 1 victory point. Okay. So, yes, I will blue tack it down, don't worry. And hello, Goblin. Glad you could join us. Look at all you absolute sexy beasts hanging out late on a Monday night. You're what make it worthwhile. So thank you again. Right. There we go. Right, so we got a lot of rules to remember in this game, so we're gonna have to take it as we go. I'm gonna miss something, I know it. Hey Shane, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. Hope you're well. Right, so Stormcast here. Flesh Eater Courts here. Flesh Eater Courts get the first turn. Oh boy, this is gonna be mental. Something tells me I'm a little bit out of my depth. So right. Oh well, thank you very much. Alright, let's do it. So I don't need to roll for first turn. Got that. Okay. Christ. Right. What do we need? We need... You know what we're missing? I know what we're missing. Text. Alright. This is what we need. It is so bad, but you know what? It's better than nothing, right? So we can keep track. There we go, like a pro, and you can't even see it, so it's perfect. Right, let's change the colour of it. Done. Ah, that's so bad. Oh well, never mind. It's something. There we go. Right. now we're getting there. Alright, so let's do this. What are we doing? First turn. Okay, we do hero phase. What have we got? What have we got spell wise? Magic. You can't really see anything. Cast Mystic Shield, I suppose. What does the book say? What does the book say on Mystic Shield? Ugh. Doesn't say anything in that one. Mystic Shield, where are you? That one was all about the full rules. And this one's got to be the one with the Mystic Shield rules, right? You would think so, but it's not. Where is it? Does anyone in the chat remember the rules for Mystic Shield? Bogies. Absolute bogies. Let's have. I'm gonna have to check the app. Do I still have the app? I do have the app. Yeah. No, not that. What's that? No, not that. What's that? Core rules. Keywords. Hero phase. Command abilities. Okay, yeah, we know about that. Making attacks, mortal wounds, cover slaves, wizards, there we go. Mystic Shield cast on a 6. They get to reroll saves of 1 for that unit until your next hero phase. Yay! Okay, right, there we go. So he's going to cast Mystic Shield on this unit here. So let's do it. He needs 6s. Boom. Cast. So, he cast it on a 10. She can dispel, she can unbind, sorry. The Knight Incantor can unbind if she wants. I'm not going to bother because there's no point. So, I'm just going to write on the back of this. +1. No. Oh. You suck. Roll 1s, save. There we go. So there we go. That's on that unit there. Do you have your English tea in your... No, I don't have any tea. I ran out of time. I couldn't make any tea. So I just got some water in my skull mug. I really could do with a tea actually. Oh man. My knee is playing up and everything. Okay, so that unit has got that. It can still cast a spell. What's the other one? What was the other one? Alright, you know what? He's going to cast Ferocious Hunger on this unit. I'm hoping... Hang on. It's 12 inches across. It was there. I mean, crazier things have happened. They would need to roll a 10 in order to get into the charge. I'm going to gamble it. Alright, so Ferocious Hunger is cast on a 6. And I'm going to cast it on this unit of horrors here. It's cast on a 6 with a 6. The Knight Incantor is going to try and unbind it, so she needs a 6 or more. She fails! Wow! Okay. So that's disappointing for her, but it's great for these dudes. So I rolled D3 and I rolled... Did I roll 6? Holy moly! Okay, that is tough. Each one has got 3 extra attacks. Whoosh. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. Oosh. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get it on now. Ha. Would everyone wait if I nipped off for a second to go get a cup of tea? I don't think so. I don't know. I made you guys wait so long, and it took an hour just to get into the game. So I don't want to let you lot down more than I already have. So now that's done, we'll go shooting. Now, the Crypt Flayers do have a 10-inch range scream. No, we don't do shooting, do we? Do movement first. I'm an absolute bellend. Right, movement. We've done, yeah. It goes hero phase, then it goes movement. So these chaps, they're going 12 inches right out into the open. This is a gambit and a half, okay? If it doesn't pay off, they're going to get hit hard. So... All right. These little dudes, they only go 6 inches, but I'm gonna let them run. Should I let them run? They're still being cover within 6 inches. If they run, they could go to 12. Actually, I'm not going to run them. I'm just going to move them. So let's just start scattering them out. Like a wash of unsavory, stinky nastiness. And we're going straight for the objective. Actually, you know what? I should have ran them. If I ran them, they would have got to the objective. They could have got to the objective, couldn't they? Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to run them. I know, it sounds like cheating, but there we go. Ah, there we go. So they get an extra 6. So it means they can't charge, but you know what? They're not going to be able to charge this turn anyway. So I'm going to have them all up on that. 12 inches would bring all of them up into the... like that. Okay. Don't forget that they got their reroll ones. Any arch, aberrant, regent, boss dude, he's going to... have you got the fly rule? It doesn't have a fly rule, but he moves 6 inches. What's that? 2 up. Ah, you know what? He could just walk around, couldn't he? Yeah, he walks around. So he's right behind them, like that. Alright. That's movement done. Now it's shooting. Now, we're just 10 inches in, okay? So they got their shooting attack. And it's Death Scream. So roll 2d6. Subtract 2 if the target is... it's not. What is the... what is 9? Okay. A bravery is 9, right? So... if a bravery is 9, and they do that, it might be worth it. It might be worth it. So you roll 2d6, subtract 2 if the unit is more than 3 inches from the enemy. The result is higher than the bravery, then it suffers the mortal wounds. Alright, so I'm going to have to be proper jammy with this roll. Okay? In order for it to do something, I have to roll a double 6. Because it's outside of the 3-inch range. So anything I roll, if I roll a double 6, it's going to be a 10 rather than a 12. A bravery stat is 9. So I could possibly get a mortal wound on there. But I need to roll that double 6. Come on, let's do it. Oh no! See, there's a 6 on the table, but I don't count because it's not in the box. Ah, okay. Alright, never mind. That's it, man. Alright, let's hope they roll better for the charges. I forgot, I've got, I need to keep track of the, command points, don't I? No, not that. You know, I'm just going to put a dice over here. They got 1 command point at the moment. So I think it's going to be charges now, isn't it? Okay, yes, it's going to be charges. So we're going to charge them at the Knight Incantor. They need to roll a 10. A 10 or more. Let's do it. Oh! Boom! Boom! Get in there, my son! Oh! Hell to the mofo, yeah! Oh, that was a gambit and a half. Oh, yeah! Boom! Oh. Oh, snap. All right. I can't believe it. They rolled the 10 that they needed. That is sickening. So, it'll go bang, it'll go bang. And because they're a flying unit, they don't suffer any faults from the terrain. Get in there. Right, gonna have to shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. There we go. Justin! Ah! Get back in line. Right. Ooh! Boom! These boys are gonna be... Ooh. They're gonna be dead. Dead! Okay, gonna use my green dice now. That's all. Oh no! I think that should be enough dice. Yeah! Where's my other dice? Leave no dice behind. Right, okay, alright, so we're coming at them hard, aren't we? So we got, where is it? There we go. So piercing talons, there's 4 attacks each. They got 3 attacks extra from the spell that was cast on them. So there's 7 each. That's 14 plus the extra one for the Crypt Infernal. Alright. That's gonna hurt. Oh man, and if I roll any 6s on the hit rolls, that's automatically going to be some hurts. So what I'm going to do is, because this one, so hang on, let's just move this out of the way. Whoop, not that. Let's move that over there. Okay. So as you can see here, we have we've got the 2 here, and then we've got this one in base contact with that unit. So what I'm going to do is split the attacks in there. So we do a pile-in, just to make sure that's in there. He can't move anywhere. We're going to do those attacks. The leader of the unit is in there as well. So we get 7, 14 attacks just for those 2. That's mad. That 14, 15. Okay. Hitting on 4s and 6s cause instant mortal wounds. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mortal wounds already on the charge. Oh, she's getting some hurt. She is getting some hurt. I don't even have one that has -5. It just goes up to my... There we go. We do a -4 and a -1, right? So, that's 5 mortal wounds already, okay? So now we then roll the hits out. So those obviously hit, plus that 4 as well, and that 4 over there. So those missed. And then it's 3s to wound. Woo-hoo-hoo. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 saves with -1 rend. The Knight Incantor has a 3+ armor save, but with the -1, it goes up to a 4+ armor save. So she has to save 4 of them, or she's dead. Let's do this. 4s. Oh! Just so you can see. There you go. So she's failed 2. And of course, she... Oh no, hang on. Sorry, I was getting so carried away. I thought she had 7 wounds. She doesn't. She only has 5. So the mortal wounds finished her off before anything else did. Okay, so she's dead already. I didn't even get to finish the attacks. Never mind. Bye-bye. But it ain't no lie. Bye, 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 bye. Okay. So now we've still got to do the attacks from this one. Again, it's 7 attacks. Right. Hitting on 4s. 6s doing mortal wounds. We got 1, 2 6s in there. So that's already 1 dead in the unit. And we got 4 hits. So we roll them out. Oosh. Right. I need 3s to wound. Okay. That's 3 armor saves at -1 rend. And they have a save of... What? 4+. So that makes it a 5+ armor save. Armor nom indeed. 5+ armor save. Let's do it. No! Oh, boom. There you go. Lost another one. So that unit gets its attacks back. So of course it does its piling. It's got 2 attacks. Hitting on 4s. 1 hits. Wounds on 4s. It wounds. And the Flayer has a 5+ armor save. It saves it with a 6. Ouch! Not a single wound. Alright. Flesh Eater Court's coming in hard. Now you can see why in the first edition of Age of Sigmar, Flesh Eater Courts were a top tier army. Yeah? Because they just throw out mad amount of damage. Right. So now we do bravery. They haven't taken anything, but he's lost 2 guys. Bravery 7. So he needs to roll a 5 or less, or he starts taking, or he dies. He takes it. Yeah, he just dies. Oh no! He rolled a 6 for his bravery. But it ain't no lie. Bye, 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 bye. Bruv. There we go. Look. That he's dead. He's a casualty from bravery. So, Knight Incantor chomped up on mortal wounds alone, okay? Before he even done any actual, like, armor saves or whatever. And this unit got taken out by one of them. That's mad. That is absolutely mad. Okay. So, we need to tally up the... Is it the victory points at this time? Or is it at the end? At the end of the battle round. Okay. Alright. At the end of the battle round. So, they dead. Bye-bye. Time to get reforged. Because you suck. That was harsh. That was really harsh, okay? Oh. I need to rest my knee. I think I'm gonna need a cup of tea after that already. Right. So now it's the Stormcast turn 1. Did you hear that? It's still turn 1. Stormcast turn 1. So they get a command point. So let's just move that over here so you can see it. I'm gonna put their command point in the corner over here. Don't know if you can see it on cam. Just behind the secretors. Alright. First of all, the hero phase. What can they do? Absolutely nothing. I just chomped through their only spellcaster. Sickening. So that can go. Don't need that. Just means less war scrolls to look at now. Okay, this is gonna hurt a lot. A lot. But they need to make a move towards the objective. And it's gonna hurt so much ignoring them. Because they're gonna come up the rear. Damn. That was just such a lucky you know, it was so lucky that I actually managed to get that charge off. Christ. And the extra thing. Let me finish turn 1 first, yeah? Let me see where it's at. Alright, so we're just gonna do regular movement. So he's got his 5-inch move. Brings him out there. And then just bring them like that. Griffhound. I forgot to look up for the Griffhound actually. Sorry. I didn't even do the Griffhound's rules. Right, it's a 9-inch move, 3 wounds, 6 bravery, 2 attacks, 3+ to hit, 4 to wounds, 1 damage. Add 2 attacks to its characteristic if while it's within 6 inches of friendly Lord Castellant or Veritant. It's not. Darting attacks. Each time this unit attacks, it can make a 6-inch retreat move. Okay, that's cool. Warning cry. That's if anything appears on the board behind it, but they're not. So put that there. So we've got that. So yeah, it's what was it? 9-inch move, wasn't it? So they can get round to there. I could do a quick attack actually. You'd only need to roll 6 inches. Shooting, we can't do that. So we go into charges. Charge him. It's going to be 8 inches to charge him. And then it'll be 10 to charge, and it would only get that dude in. I'd have to roll double sixes to get the rest of the unit in. But this one will only be 6 inches to get in. Yeah. Alright, so let's see if the Night Quester gets in first. 7. Right, what did I say he needed? He needed 8. What's on the generic command abilities? Yeah. That wasn't it. Generic command abilities. Where is it? Forward to victory. Use this command ability after you make a charge roll for a friendly unit that is within 6 inches of a friendly hero. If you do so, re-roll the charge roll. Yeah, okay. I'm going to use the command point. So, there you go. There's the command point gone. Going to re-roll that. Oh, he's still rolling low. 6 inches. No. So the unit behind him can't charge in. I'm going to charge the Griffhound anyway. 5. And he needed to go 6. Wow. Stormcast are really not performing in this at all, are they? Holy moly. Okay, so charges failed. I mean, could they charge over there? They'll need 8. Is it worth it to take those out or hold them up? Let's do it. Let's see if they can charge at them. So they need an 8. 10 would be better. I'd get more of them in. Double sixes! Wah, 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 wah. All right, finally. Now we're doing it. Now we're doing it. Okay. You're gonna get butchered. All right, so now that I've got some movement. I've got some. Come on. Get unit champ in there. Go there. That one would go into there, and that one would go into there. Okay. And there. Okay, so there we go. They're doing something. That's better than nothing, I guess. Let's just make sure that this is square on. I don't want you to miss any of the dice rolls in this game because it's getting ridiculous. There we go. Okay, so Sequitors. Alright, at the start of the combat phase, you must say if you're going to use reroll failed hit rolls or rerolled failed saves. Ooh, I'm going to go with failed hit rolls. Okay, so using the etheric channeling, they're going to channel into their weapons. Oh no, 2, 4, 6, but the unit champion is there as well, so there's an extra one. That's 7 of those, 4 of these. Okay, they need 3s to hit. Luckily, they can reroll misses. So this one missed, and this one missed. All those hit though. No 6s on the Great Mace, which is a shame, but that's a really good hit roll. Right, let's see if this one gets a 6. No, both miss. Double 1s. Alright. Okay, so what's going on here? Okay. Alright, so let's get all kinds of notifications. Why? Go away. Right. So now that they've done those hits, let's get some wounds done. So it's 3s to wound. They rolled pretty good actually. Pretty damn good. Making up for lost time. Alright. So let's make some armor saves. Alright. So the greens need to be wait, what's the saves of them? Crit flares, 5s. Okay, so the 3s are saved on 5s and the whites are saved on 6s, and any that don't get saved do 2 damage. Oh, okay. So that's 1, 2, 3 wounds, and then these 2 failed as well. So that's 4, because that's 2 and that's 2. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 wounds. So 1 dead. Take this one away. And 3 get taken off the next one. Where's the 3s? There we go. -3. There we go. But they get attacks back. So this is still going to hurt because they still got the +3 attacks, which means they're still doing 7 attacks each. 2, 4, 6, 7, plus the extra 1 for being a champion. So that's 8 for that one. 2, 4, 6, 7. And remember, 6s on the roll to hit is an automatic mortal wound. 4s. Ooh, damn. Okay, so let's take all the misses out of here. They didn't roll that well this time. Okay, but we still got 1 automatic wound, mortal wound caused, so you take that, and now we need 3s to wound. Okay, not bad. So that's 5 armor saves. I'm going to take it on the shields as that one's already hurt, so they're at -1 rend, which makes their armor save a 5+, but they still get to re-roll failed rolls of 1. Oh, okay. Taken 3 wounds, so that one dead, and that one's dead. Okay, right. Now we do bravery. They've lost 1, and their bravery 10. So I could roll anything, and I'm not going to fail it. So they automatically pass the bravery test. The Stormcast Sequitors unfortunately lost 2. So what's the bravery stat of them? 7. Ouch. Okay, so if I roll a 6, they lose a dude. If I don't, I roll 5 or less, then they're all good. Oh, we rolled a 6! Wow, they do not like doing bravery tests. Damn. Okay, bye-bye. Actually, I have to remove this one because it's furthest away. Woof. Okay. My goodness. Stormcaster got wiped. And that's just by the crit, what are they, crit flares? That's sickening. Absolutely sickening. Right, so it is now the end of turn 1. Okay, we need to tally up the victory points for turn 1. Okay. So, each player adds up the wounds, the wound characteristics of all enemy models that they're slain during that battle round. The player with the highest scores 2 victory points. Alright, so we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, plus the 5 there. So that's 17 wounds caused by the Flesh Eater Courts. And they've just done 7. So that's 2 victory points for the Flesh Eater Courts. And then at the end of each battle round, the player that controls the objective, they're the only ones near enough, scores 3 victory points. So they've got a total of 5 victory points. How sickening is that? So let's just go here. And let's change it. There we go. Let's give it a background color because otherwise you can't really see it. All right. Where is it? Done. There we go. Background color. Again, go black. Grade opacity. There we go. All right, that's nuts. Okay. So at the end of turn 1, or battle round 1, Flesh Eater Courts are already 5 victory points up. So, what do you think of the first round so far? That was absolutely mental. Stormcast are wiped off the board almost. Christ. Okay. Maybe I should have gone for boosting their shields rather than their rolls to hit. And that might have saved them a bit more. But you know, who knows? Right. It's all about scoring those victory points. So let's do it, shall we? Okay, so we need to roll off to see who goes first in round 2. Boom. Round 2, there you go. So, Stormcast got the white dice, Flesh Eater Courts with the green dice. Is the Flesh Eater Courts going first? Alright, so we remove these away. And oh boy, you're gonna love this. What I've got in mind, you're gonna love it so much. Okay, so let's start with the magic phase. Oh no, hang on. Let's There we go. We got our command point for the start of the round. So they're on 2 command points. So they've got a spare. Let's see. Right, okay. So he's going to cast... Alright, I'm going to cast Furious Hunger on this unit. Okay. So I need a 6. Oh no! He rolled double ones! Come on! Come on! Now, does that cancel out the rules? I don't know. Let's have a look. See. Wizards. Let's see. Does double one stop the magic phase like it used to, or is that just No, it doesn't. Okay. Alright, I can just cast a different spell then. I'm gonna give them Mystic Shield. Double one again! Oh, these are cursed dice. That's unbelievable. Double one twice in a row. What are the odds? I'm sure someone out there knows already. 1 in 6, of course. Alright, well, magic didn't happen. Luckily for the Stormcast, because they don't have a magic user. They don't have a wizard. So they couldn't unbind anything. So let's go. What are we going to do? We are going to... We got shooting. Yeah, no, movement. Let's do movement first. I know, right? Hit a like button right now for how awesome that dice rolling was. Go on. I dare you. Alright. Right. The thing is, because that unit is so large, I can only get so many attacks in on this one guy. So that could cause a problem. I'm still tempted to let him come to me. Oh, no, you know what? Because they still got full strength, they get the extra attack, don't they? Where is it? Where is it? If they're a unit of 20... Yeah, they get an extra attack if they're still a unit of 20 or more. And also, if they're within 18 inches of the aberrant, they get to reroll hit rolls of 1. Yes, okay, so let's do it. So I only need to be... Alright, they can move 6 inches, but I only need to be 3 inches away. So... Let's go wreck his face. Go around the terrain. Got to pretend like it's there. Got a little conga line going over there. Okay. And I'm going to move the arch region. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to move the arch region over here. And I'm going to charge him at the Griffhound. So the Griffhound can't use its darting attacks ability. Yeah, my brother. Thank you very much. So let's do charges. I need anything more than anything more than 3. That's those dice. Roll 7, so they're charging in. So let's get them all packed in there. Is the tune still going? The tunes are not going, are they? Let's throw in some different tunes now. Let's mix it up. There we go. There we go. It was getting a bit quiet there, wasn't it? So I rolled 7. Right, so 7 will get back there. Oop, don't move the terrain. Don't move the terrain. And then the rest are just going to be at the back, scampering. Okay, so the attack range is 1 inch. Oops. Move that back. So you can get second rank attacks in. Okay. Excellent. Right. I'm also going to charge the Aberrant at the Griffhound. 5 inches. That's a safe make. Yep. It gets in there. Right, so units that charged get to attack first. So let's do it. We'll start with the Aberrant Archregent. So he has 7 attacks. 6, 7. He needs 3s to hit. 2 missed. Okay. And then he needs 3s to wound. Okay, 1 failed. So that's 4 armor saves for the Griffhound. And the Griffhound doesn't have a save. Ah. Doesn't have a save. It's dead. Bye-bye, Griffhound. Griffhound's dead. That's it. Poor bird doggy died. What's playing on at the moment? That sounded a bit too upbeat, didn't it? We also got this unit here. So they still get the extra attack. So it's 3, wasn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I got to roll 15 attacks. 3 times. That's 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. And it's with reroll misses. Alright. Okay. So I need. Oh, what do I need to hit? Is it 4s? I think. Yeah, 4s to hit. Okay. Reroll hit rolls of 1. So we already got 2 rerolls there. Okay, so 3, 4. Right. So let's just roll this out. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Right, that's. Oh, jeez, that's a lot. Right, so that was 11 hits, 4s to wound. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's 3 wounds on the first lot. That was a lot of 2s and 1s. Okay, so now I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. That's the second lot of rolling now. So 4s again, re-rolling the 1. Okay. So 1, 2 miss. Oh, that's a lot of 6s. It's a shame those, like, they don't have a rule for rolling 6s. That would be pretty cool. Okay. 4s to wound. Oh, okay. Take the misses out. Right, what are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 7 plus 3 is 10. So we've done 10 wounds so far. Right. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Plus the extra attack for the unit champions. That's 16 on 4s. Rerolling 1s. Yikes. So. Okay. And the wounds. One wound. Bloody hell. Okay, so that makes it 11. Alright, so 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Okay. So the Night Quester has to make 11 armor saves. But he's a tough old git. He's got a 3-up armor save. And he gets to re-roll failed armor saves. So let's have a look. Whoa, okay. So he saved these ones. And he's got 4 re-rolls. Watch him re-roll these. Watch him be a jammy git and re-roll it. It's unbelievable. Oh, he's taken 2. He's taken 2 wounds. Oh. All right. Okay. Well, now, what was it? Now the sequence of attacks happens. So now we get to do the crit flayers before the Stormcast player can get their attacks in. So, crit flayers. 5 for the unit champ, 4 regular attacks on top, which gives 9 attacks all together. 4s to hit. Oh, 6 is doing mortal wounds. Ouch! So you're dead. And you're on 1. Just roll 3 6s. So that's 3 mortal wounds automatically. Ow. Alright. So 4's hit. And then we need to roll to wounds on 3s. Eesh. Okay. So that little Stormcast dude with the Great Mace, he's got 4 saves to make at -1. So it's going to be 5s, isn't it? He's got to roll 5s. He's got to roll all of them or he's dead. Oh, valiant effort. He rolls 2 6s. But unfortunately, it's not good enough. And he's dead. Pop. Okay. Now, the Stormcast get their attacks back. And it's just the Night Quester. So, oh, what have I done? What did I do? I bloody kicked the thing. Okay. I kicked the blooming keyboard. Let's put it up there, out the way. Right, well, okay. He's got 4 attacks. This is looking really bad for the Stormcast. So he's got 4 attacks. Wound rolls of 6 do 2 damage. Okay, 3's to hit. 1 misses. He's 3's to wounds. 2 wounds. Okay. And the flayers, they have... Oh, the ghouls have 6 up save. But he's got -1 rend. So 2 dead. Okay. That's that. Right, bravery. They lost 2. So that brings them down to 8. But they get +1 for the scenario, the maddening aura, sorry. So even if I rolled a 6, it's not going to be high enough for them to take any damage. So those 2 go up there. This little hound yips away. And these are dead as well. Sheesh. Okay. It's the Stormcast turn 2. Okay, we only just got onto the turn 2, so he can only go straight into combat. So let's do it. So he's got 4 attacks, 3's to hit, 1 misses. He needs 3's to wounds. He rolls a 6. Excellent. So that does 2 damage. So that's 2, 3, 4. So he's killed another 4 of these ghouly ghouls. So now they get their attacks. They no longer are a unit of 20. So they get just their regular 2 attacks. But still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's 28 plus the extra for the unit champion. So 29 dice all together. So that's 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 29. Okay. 29 attacks. Reroll hit rolls of 1s. Hitting on 4s. Oh no, I dropped a dice. Okay, let's put it back in there. Oh! Okay, let's take the 1s out for the rerolls. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So let's take the misses out. So let's get these out the way. I'm gonna need a bigger box. Alright, so that's a fair amount of misses, but a lot of hits. Okay. Stick those to one side. Let's re-roll these ones. Hey, 3 of them hit. Okay, now we need 4s to wound. Going crazy with this. Whoa, okay. Let's have a look. Right. Okay, we've got 2, 4, 6, 7 saves to make. 7 armor save. And at 3+, and he gets the reroll misses. Let's see. Yikes. Okay. 1, 2 rerolls. Okay, he takes another wound. So he's now down to -3. That's -2. That's -4. Where's the -3s at? There we go. -3. There we go. Alright, so at the end of that battle. Oh no, hang on. They've taken 4 casualties, but they get +1, so yeah, they still automatically pass leadership. So let's have a look at what was done in that turn. So no one is close enough to the objective to claim victory points on that for this round, but Flesh Eater Courts did cause 3 wounds on this dude. Oh no, hang on, then he's not slain, so it doesn't count. Okay, so that gets 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7 caused by them, and 6 were killed by the Stormcast. So that means the victory points, the 2 victory points, go to the Stormcast. Sorry, to the not the Stormcast, the blooming Flesh Eater Courts. Oh man, they're not only tabling, they're even bloody winning on victory points. That's sick. Why wouldn't you? Yeah. Why won't you delete it? Okay. So to go to 7. There we go. Done. Right. So that's the end of turn 2. This, in the instructions, it says this game goes on to 5 turns. I don't even think it's gonna last. Not a chance. Right, so let's get rid of these chaps. They're up there. Into your graves. They go back into Azir. Bloody hell. I don't know how. But it's been an absolutely shocking game. So for anyone who missed the beginning, This game basically started off with the Flesh Eater Courts going first. I had cast. What was the spell? Ferocious Hunger on the Flayers. They managed to make the charge, and because I rolled the D3 to give them an extra 3 attacks, they went in charge with 7 attacks each, 8 for the unit champion. And on rolls of 6s, on rolls to hit, they cause a mortal wound automatically. Well, just on the rolls to hit, they killed Knight and Cantor, which means no more magic. And then the third one that was over here, then gone and killed another two castigators. And then the third one in the unit died because it failed the bravery test. So they wiped out 2 units in the first turn. So yeah, if you're watching it at this stage, make sure that you watch back for the beginning. That was an absolute mad round. And then the Sequitors charged in, thinking that, oh yeah, we're gonna do something. Yeah, they killed one, did a bit of damage on the other one, and then they all died anyway. So there you go. It swings and roundabouts. So now we are rolling for priority on turn 3. Here's turn 3. Boom. Let's see. Flesh Eater Courts get it again with a 6. Okay. This is going to be interesting. I'm not going to put him in combat. The Aberrant I'm going to keep out of combat because yeah, I just like his buffs where he is. Alright, so I haven't used any command points for the Flesh Eater Courts either. They're on 3 now. Oh yeah, the Stormcast are on 1 at the moment because they gained 1 last turn, but they didn't use it because they couldn't do anything with it. So, what to do? Well, these fly 12 inches. As long as they're 3 inches away. No, before I do movement, let's do magic. Okay. Let's do Ferocious Hunger on this unit. So, I need a 6 to cast, I believe. Yes, 6. It's cast on a 7. Alright, so I roll a D3, and that's how many more attacks each model in the unit gets. They roll a 5! They get 3 attacks each! Extra! Okay, so. Oh! There you go. Wow. That's what it's all about, right? That is what it's all about. There's no point doing Mystic Shield because they don't really get it. Can I shoot Arcane Bolt into combat? Let's have a look. It's visible to them. I mean, he is visible. It doesn't say you can't cast it. Can I attempt to cast the same spell more than once in the same turn? Okay, yeah. In order to cast a spell. Yeah, you rolled up for the bear. Yeah. Okay. Alright, let's do it. Arcane Bolt. I need a 5. But if I roll a 10, I'll do D3. He rolls a 10 to cast Arcane Bolt! No! This just gets worse and worse for the Stormcast. Wow! Alright, so basically, as long as I roll a 3 or more on this D3, he's dead by magic alone, okay? By magic alone. Let's see. Oh. We need some tense, we need some real tense music right now, okay? So. That's not what I wanted. There we go. We've got some tense music. Okay. Here we go. Ready for it? Just need a 3 or more and he's dead. What? That's it. That's game. It's been tabled. And not only had they been tabled, but look at the score. The victory points right there. 7 for the Flesh Eater Courts. 0 for the Stormcast Eternals. And there's no way they can... They can't win at all. They didn't score any victory points. Flesh Eater Courts nailed it. Boom! Like a nail in the coffin. That was an amazing game. I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed playing the Flesh Eater Courts. I never thought that I would, right? But holy moly, I had fun painting them and I had fun playing them. Not gonna lie. Wow. That was a clean sweep. Didn't lose a unit. Just lost a couple of these ghouls and one of them. That's it. It was fantastic indeed. That's right. Oh man. Well, I mean, you. Bye bye. Welcome to the Lair of the Ghoul King. Wow, alright. Well, there we go then. That's it. That is game, set, and match. Oh, my days. Oh, my knee. Does anyone have any remedies for bad knees? My knees have started to play up a lot lately. You know, old man styly. There we go. What's going on in here? Wow. So, yeah, no, seriously, I really enjoyed playing the Flesh Eater Courts. As I said before, you can really see how they were a top tier tournament army for the first, not even just the first edition of Age of Sigmar. Like, well into second edition, they still hold their own. They churn out attacks like mad. That +3 attacks is ridiculous. And when you're near an aberrant archregent as well, and you're getting the reroll ones on the rolls to hit. It's madness. But then casting it on the flayers was really, really like taking a mick. And then going in with 7 attacks each, 8 for the unit champ, and 6s on the rolls to hit cause automatic mortal wounds. Plus you carry on rolling those dice to do the wound attacks. Mate, there we go. You know what? I'm glad I got my skull mug for this one. And victory sipping, just like he will out of his little skull mug that he's got, will be sipping to victory. So but let me know what your favorite bit of the game was, and if you were rooting for the Stormcast then let me know what you think could have been done differently. I think the scenario is quite tilted to the Stormcast anyway. Oh, sorry, to the Flesh Eater Quartz, because you have the aura that gives you the +1 bravery stat. Though to be honest, it doesn't make a difference because everything is bravery 10, so it's very hard to bring it low enough. Unless you start smashing the heck out of the ghouls, but I mean, like, they didn't really get a chance. I kept them out of combat, but the scenario allows the Flesh Eater Quartz unit, player, to place the terrain where and how they wish. So I got to sort of block the Stormcast a bit, whilst providing myself some much needed cover from both magic and shooting. Not that it made any difference anyway, because they didn't get a round of magic, because the flayers just chewed up their Knight Incantor first turn on the charge. So that was crazy. I mean, I wouldn't expect that to happen again by any stretch of the imagination. That was just ridiculously lucky. Let's just bring it up here. There we go. Right. So yeah, no. By all means, don't take this game as, you know, that's exactly what's going to happen. Luck of the dice rolls, being jammy, and just the sneaky planning of the terrain. Because like, let's come back into this. Yeah, let's get rid of that and that, and let's get rid of that and that. As you can see, look, this bit of terrain here provided that good bit of line of sight blocking for ranged weapons, right, in the setup phase. So that was fine. Over here, unless you wanted to lose 2 inches off your movement, it was not worth climbing over. Same over here. You might as well just muddle through, but they got bottlenecked. And because they failed the charges to get into combat, that was where it all went wrong. If the Night Quester actually made the charge, then the Sequitors could have got in on the charge as well. And that game could have gone completely different. The objective would have been contested, meaning they both get points for it. The Gryph-hound would have done some damage as well, because it gets to run 6 inches away as soon as it's finished doing its attacks. So on the charge, it gets to attack first, and then it just runs, doesn't get hit. That game would have ended so differently, because I guarantee half of that unit would have died straight away. So yeah, it was all down to the luck of the dice on that charge round, and it was all down to the luck of just the terrain working for my army. And as a Stormcast player, like, you didn't really have much choice. I think next time, if I was faced with this, I would just put my troops behind the fencing. Let me just show you. I'll just put my troops behind the fencing, take the -2 to your movement to get up and over as a hit, and then, you know, even just roll a run and use a command point to make that a 6, and then you guaranteed that you're going to get over that. But anyways, I'm glad you lot enjoyed it. As I said, hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Make sure you are subscribed if you're not already, for more fun games like this. We are going to be playing through the issues from 21 up to 40, I think it is, and then we'll be using the Silverneth once we get to issue 40, so that'll be really interesting. And then of course when we get to issue 60, we'll do we'll have a go at what they're called, the Iron Jaws. There you go. And then of course when we get to issue 80, then we'll do a small game of the final premium kit, which will be the Warriors of Khorne, isn't it? The Blood Warriors. Yeah. So Blood Warriors, Bloodhounds, it's all going to be good. So yeah, and yeah, if you want to keep up to date with everything, I do this on a regular every Monday at 8:30. Today was the exception, but it's usually 8:30 on a Monday. We do a playthrough or battle report. On a Friday, I do a hobby hangout at 8, so make sure you don't miss that. If you hit that bell notification, you won't miss a thing, so make sure you do that. And you can follow me on any social media platform. All the links are in the description below. And while you're there, have a look at all the Facebook groups as well. There's some great ones from Fohammer. There's an amazing one from the Chilling Wargamers, of which I'm a proud member of that network. And then of course there are plenty of ways to help support the channel as well. If you want to order yourself or pre-order yourself some Mortal Realms magazines, hit the link to Forbidden Planet. Issues up to 80 are now up for pre-order, so make sure you get in there, because you're going to have the Mortis engine, you're going to have Neve Black Talon, Lady Alinda, what else are you going to get? Mortis and the Celestant Prime as well. So, you know, tons coming in that last stretch, so make sure you get yourself a copy of those. And if you want to get yourself some more hobby supplies, then there's a link to Element Games. Just make sure you copy that code and put it in at checkout, and you get yourself some bonus loyalty points as well. So that's it. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it, especially this late on a Monday night. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I will see you at 8 o'clock on Friday. So until then, have a good one. Peace.